Morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy first day of school from this house. So, with that comes a whole new adventure. And him and I had a really good conversation about that last night. So, hopefully, we will get off to a wonderful start. Fingers crossed. So, first things first. Things are a little. Morning, Sheena. Thank you for the compliment. It's a little different this year for a lot of people with first day of school, being at home and stuff like that. So we're doing something this year that I heard of and it sounded amazing. So, because, they always make a big deal with pictures and stuff like that first day of school. So we're going to take some mason jars, little mason jar, and I'm going to cut a piece of string the length of him. I've got some construction paper, and he's going to trace out his hand, and we're going to cut it out, put it in the jar. I'm going to take a picture of him. We're going to print it out, cut it up, put it in the jar, and then I have some questions for him, and I'm going to have him write those out, and we're going to stick it in the jar. And then at the end of the year, we're going to see how he feels about it. And then we're going to do another handprint, another piece of string, see how much he's changed between the year. So that is one of our big projects for today. That, and then, of course, checking emails, making sure he gets on e-session and everything else like that. Very crazy at school. They have gone from 4 elementary school teachers to 14 elementary school teachers. So we're going to see. We are going to see what happens. Oh, wow. Are you ready? Are you ready? I hope so. All right, well, let's get this party rolling. Now, remember, I told you all you needed was to have a sheet of paper and a pencil ready to go. So let's see what we can do. Okay, cool. Well, I will cross my fingers and pray for you that everything gets done. So we have to start the day by being dressed to our best. Because when we look good, we feel good. We're not constantly fidgeting with clothes. We're not constantly looking in the mirror going, oh my gosh, we're not doing any of that. We feel good in what we're wearing. We feel good about ourselves and we can go. I really want to change this now. Both of these. I like the red because this is called Bella's Vampire, right? And yes, I'm reading the books right now. But I think I want to take this nail and turn it into my silver sparkle because that's what vampires do in the movies, right? And in the books, even though in my world, vampires don't sparkle. But I think that would look kind of cool. Anyways, see, every time I look at it, it's bothering me. So that means it's something I need to change. But so, dress to your best will help you be more productive. Believe it or not, being dressed to your best will help you be more productive. The next thing we need to really, really focus on, everybody needs to focus on, I need to focus on, everybody, is your core 6. Eating your meals, drinking your water, taking your meds, doing your self-work, doing your body work, and then getting a good night's sleep. My self-work at the moment is Eclipse. First time I've ever I have rose gold. I have rose gold polish, and I love it. From when I had my rose gold hair. Um, First time I'm ever reading this book. I love the book. I cannot sit through the movie. But the first two were like that too. I have a hard time sitting through the movies, but I could not put down the books. I read each one of the first two in one day. So, but I love books. So I tried to explain to Gisek, and I know I keep going like this, but that's okay. When I was growing up, we moved around a lot because my dad was a pastor. Well, he still is a pastor, he's just retired. I was always the new kid in school. I was not athletic. I was never popular because, well, I moved around a lot and I had my own style. So I found solace in books because books were there. Books were my escape. Books could take me wherever I wanted to go. So I read. That is my favorite thing in the world to do besides cook is read, and might even edge out cooking because I don't have to clean up after I read. Uh, I love my books. So, and he keeps telling me, I love reading too. And I'm just like, yeah, what? I mean, he reads, just not as much as I would like him to, but maybe I need to stop putting what I think is enough on him and just let him read what he wants. But I mean, reading increases your intelligence every single time you do it because you are having to comprehend words and you're learning new words and all that other stuff. And reading is one of the best ways to learn. So, anyways, intention. What is your mental direction for today? My mental direction is going to be understanding. First day of school, all that wonderful stuff. I need to understand where he is coming from and not put too much pressure on him on the first day of school. So, next we have our 3 SMART goals. This is the stuff where people get overwhelmed, right? Because they want to do too big of a goal. You need to do a small goal. Small, measurable, accurate, appropriate, reasonable, and timely. Okay? So, off of my list, I need to send out invoices because today is the 1st. And then with that, I need to send out reminders because I have too many people that have not paid from last month. We need to do the school jars. And I need to get videos done. So that way I have something for the end of the week. So we're going to start there. I have a whole other list, but we're going to start there. What are your meals for today? Next thing we need to plan out. Why do we need to plan out our meals? Well, because you'd be surprised at how much brain power you use thinking about what you're going to eat each day. So it's first day of school. Gisek gets to pick what he wants to eat for dinner. He has decided on Cheerios. So I think since he wants to have breakfast, I think what I'll do is I'll make like waffles and we'll have sausage and stuff like that and just do a breakfast for dinner type of deal. Plus then he'll have waffles throughout the week if he wants them. And then for lunchtime, I'll let him have his corn dogs. You know what? I should bake bread too. or English muffins or something. And breakfast is a smoothie. Calendar. I realized yesterday after I was done that I skipped over what I had for work, and housework and all that other stuff. But work, your housework, appointments, events. Um, when are you going to try and get in your daily focus tasks? What are they? And your cleaning missions. So, see right here. Okay, so work. I have a 7:30. Gisek has a 9 o'clock. Um, I have then a 1500, a 16:30, and a 1900. So my day is not bad, which is good since it's the first day of school. Oh, I also need to message a client about getting her in today because she couldn't get in yesterday. So now let's talk mission. What are your weekly focus tasks for today, and what is your cleaning mission for today? For today, Fly Lady has Tuesday billed as a free day. I go back and forth with today, but today I'm going to use it as a free day because like my Wednesday is like my busiest day. So usually I use Wednesday as my free day. I will start doing some meal planning tasks today, like cleaning out the fridge, straightening up the pantry, stuff like that. But otherwise, I try not to do any other things on Wednesday and just fill whatever in I can today. With today being the first day of school, that is pretty much going to occupy the day. So, for your cleaning missions, for Live That Home Life, you're going to be looking at the flat surfaces. Anytime you can clear off a flat surface, you make it look cleaner in that area. Doesn't matter even what's in, like the shelving here that I have. The cleaner the top is, the nicer it looks. It doesn't matter what the shelves themselves look like. If the top is cleaner, it looks good. So, and then for Fly Lady, you are spot cleaning the walls and windows in the dining room. So, if you do your weekly home blessing throughout the week, this is a good day to do your windows because you're already doing windows. So, you might as well do the rest of the windows. See? All right. So, I think this card may end up changing today because we have his housework. I think I'm going to change this to personal hygiene. We have brain work, which could then just be schoolwork. His self-work, because he still needs to take breaks and do what he needs to do, just like we need to take breaks and do what we need to do. And then body work, which Fayed starts today, which means he has to do something for an hour. Because I don't let him get away with not. So that is all the planning. You can set up your sheet any way you want. I am a very linear person. I know I have much more creative people that I like to talk with. And they can do bubbles and hearts and this and that and all different colors of pens and all that stuff. I can't do that. It distracts me. I am very linear. So you set up your page the way you want to. And things are good. She and I have not forgotten that you want a page for like the kids and stuff like that with the school with how I do just X. So I will get that to you. I'm just waiting to see what this year is going to look like because I can guarantee you the way that I had it set up last year would be way too much. And you would be like, oh my God, what is she doing here? So it worked for my brain. That's all I can say. And then I like using notebooks for him. So that's really what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use my old planner notebook because I actually found a planner that I like. which is pretty cool. So, all right, let's head into the morning maintenance. We don't have to do much each day, but we do have to do something. So let's head into our morning maintenance to get our home where we want it to be. This reminds me, I need to, I'll just put down just sex bed. I know what that means. He wants the head of his bed, the foot of his bed, and the foot of his bed to turn into the head of his bed, which means I need to swap blankets. I need to change which way they open. So I have to do that for his bed today. So that means it gets mommy made. I do not make the bed first thing when I get up. Oh my gosh. That's awful. So Jay gets to fix with that and fiddle with that. That's not fun. So make your bed. It's a great place to start off with. It's easy. I don't do it right away. I do it probably midway through my morning routine because I got another person sleeping in there. So I can't right now, right? Like, what's the point of making a bed if somebody's just going to be rolling around yanking up the covers? So you do this when you can do it, not when I say, when you do it. That's the big one. Wish and swipe. Another easy one, can be done right away. I like to do this when I'm in the bathroom getting ready, right? You know, my mascara is drying, just in case I have to clean some up off my eyelids. I could do the quick swish and swipe. Then after Sec has gone in and brushed his teeth and gotten toothpaste anywhere, I go in and just do a little quick cleanup because I don't understand how he can't just get the toothpaste, but right, that's a whole nother story. So it's not complicated. Don't make it complicated. Yes, things can be that easy to keep your home up. Oh, Sheena, I forgot to ask you, how many bathrooms in your new home? Laundry. Now, I have figured this out since my dryer is still not in working order. I have my clothes rack. It is supposed to rain today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the clothes. Giuseppe had them set up yesterday. Thank goodness that boy loves fans. He had one fan blowing this way, one fan blowing this way, and one fan blowing up. So they all got dry and they were softish because the fans had the clothes keep moving. So don't forget about your laundry. Once it goes into the washer, it becomes out of sight, out of mind. So don't forget about it. Set a timer if you have to. Do whatever you need to. Do that. What we're doing here, like I've said before, is we're becoming more efficient, but we're also bringing you peace in your home. Peace actually happens to be the word of the month. We are looking for peace, not chaos, peace. So every little step that you take brings you closer to peace. So keep thinking about that. The new habit of the month is also the before bedtime routine. So please make sure you keep coming back to that before bedtime routine each and every day. It is so very important. We have a pick up put away. So like today, if this table, our school table, would not be clean, that is where I would start. Because if it's got extra stuff on it, I mean, it's got my book on it, but I'll move my book. If where you need to work is cluttered, it will distract from your focus. So you need to have good focus to get to be productive. Meal prep. Depending upon, see, there's a lot of unknowns right now. Depending upon what happens today with his e-session and what work he has to do, we may make waffles earlier and then just heat them up in the air fryer when it's time for dinner, because then it's really easy. All I got to do is make sausage. So I need to pull out my ground pork and make sausage patties. Ooh, I need to make syrup too. Oh. But that's easy. That's just throw all the ingredients on the stove and walk away. Next thing, after breakfast, after meal prep, whatever you need to do for meal prep to make your evening meal as easy as possible, wash and wipe the kitchen. I am doing my dishes completely different right now. So I'm washing, and then I'm putting them in the rinse sink. And then as I'm rinsing them, I'm taking them out and I'm drying them right away. So that way I can just put them away right away instead of having them go on a towel for them to drip dry and then still wipe them down and put them away. I'm erasing that other step. So we're doing good. All right. So that's it for the morning, and which is oh Lord. But it will be wonderful when it's done, right? Every little project gets it closer to where you want it to be. This is the perfect time as we go into the noon setup or the noon check-in to remind you guys to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the little bell so you get notified when I do these setups almost every morning. I'm going to get better about making sure that if I'm not doing a setup, then there is a recorded video coming up. And don't forget to share it with anybody that you think could possibly help them. So now we will head into noon. It is so important that we check back in and see how our day is going, what direction we're in, what way are we heading, and not condemn ourselves if we're not where we want to be. So I'm going to start with a reminder for your dirt cleaning. It is spot clean walls and windows in the dining room, and then take a look at your flat surfaces if you choose that one. Then we need to do this, because this is where that negative voice that we have in our head gets quiet, because you're only looking at facts. That negative voice in our head, yeah, that thrives off of feelings and emotions. The one that tells us we're not doing anything, the one that tells us we're not productive. Oh, that is pretty cool. That is very, very cool. You got a set of lungs on you, girl. And yes, I know what you mean. You used Miss A, or Friday, as she is known in this house. So that little voice that tells us we're not being productive, we're not doing anything, it can't be heard over facts. It can't be used with facts, because that is strictly emotion and feeling based. So when you just stick to the facts about what you've accomplished, what you've done, and I mean, be nitpicky. If you picked up 3 things, you picked up. If you made lunch, write it down. Be nitpicky. Give yourself the props that you deserve, okay? Then we have our pick up, put away. This one is the one that's going to help you get through the evening, or into the evening. So I don't know what's going to be happening in the evening yet. Okay. My honey put his pile that I need him to put away, my wonderful husband, put it back on my island. So I will need to clean that up in order to prep and do anything for the evening. So that would be a space that I would work. Laundry. Don't forget about it. Here is your reminder to switch it over. Do whatever you need to. I need to make sure I stay on top of it because I need as much time outside as I can get. And then, of course, we need to wash and wipe the kitchen for lunch. Don't forget about lunch. Sheena, just because it's you there, don't forget about lunch. Make sure then you wash and wipe the kitchen so you're ready for dinner. And with that, it brings us to the most important routine of the day. Now, if you are not used to doing the evening routine, if you haven't done it yet, if you are not there yet, which is fine, I don't expect everybody to jump in and do everything right away. This takes practice and it takes months and months and months. Pick one of these and do them, okay? And then after you're good, then pick another one after a couple of days, and then pick another one. And by the end of the month, you'll have your before bedtime routine down. Remember, it's before bedtime. It does not mean that it can't start early. I mean, mine starts by noon. And like I was saying, I believe it was yesterday, or maybe it was last week. I don't remember. The problem with the before bedtime routine for most people is there is no definite start. Right? Because some days we have things going on in the evening. Some days we feel more drained in the evening. Some days it's nice. Some days it's yucky. It definitely is for people. I would definitely agree because there's not as much focus put on the parents. And it's hard when people, yeah, your kid has to be built for it. That is the biggest thing that I know. Some kids, online schooling works great. Other kids, it doesn't. Your kid has to be built for it. They have to have the tenacity and the self-motivation to get it done because it's on them. So, like with the morning we wake up, that's the beginning of a morning routine. There is no definite starting block for the evening routine. Nothing. So it's hard for us to start putting it in there. So instead of trying to go here with the evening routine, just figure out maybe this one can easily be done when you're sitting down for dinner. Assess the day, because you can do it with the family. Assess the day. Facts only. Remember, facts keep that negative voice away. How did you do? Which way did it go? As you're doing the facts for the day, right? Because then you're looking at your to-do list and what you did, what you didn't do, and all that other stuff. Then you can check your calendar and forecast for tomorrow, right? Because then it tells you what you need to do. By checking your calendar and forecast. Love you too, honey. As you're checking your calendar and forecast, that tells you what kind of dinner you can have for the day, because the dinner should match the day. Set up the launch pad. So for schooling now, we got to make sure the computers are charged and the planner is here and everything else. And then lay out the clothes. Clothes being so appropriate for the day. I need to charge this computer, but I can make it through here. So if you're going to start with one, I would start with this card. The calendar and forecast, which leads you to planning dinner for tomorrow, setting up your launch pad, and taking care of your clothes. Because that one will help you jumpstart tomorrow. You have your pickup put away. Don't forget about it. This one will either give you that feeling in the morning or give you that feeling before you go to bed. Okay, you pick where you're going with it, but don't do anything more than 5 minutes. Your final reminder for the laundry, don't forget it. Because remember, it is not done till it's folded and put away where it belongs. Don't forget to eat dinner and make lunches. You need to eat dinner and make lunches. Make sure you make the lunches before you clean up the kitchen. Otherwise, you got to clean up the kitchen again. That's not fun. We have our final wash and wipe of the kitchen. This will include doing all dinner dishes, wiping down the counter, whatever you feel like you need to do. But definitely finishing up all the dinner dishes, making the sink look nice, and then you can walk away. All right? Don't leave today's mess for tomorrow. Don't do that. You're going to have enough to do for tomorrow. Then, last but not least, get ready for bed. Wash your face, brush your teeth, floss, mouthwash, the whole works. I like to do that as soon as I'm done cleaning up from the kitchen because then, number one, it stops me from eating. And number two, if I get tired, I can just go to bed. Number three, I don't forget. All right? So, that is your entire day. Remember, just do one step at a time. You don't have to worry about it. You can get it done. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, leave them down below and I will answer them. Or find me at Live That Home Life on Facebook and send me a message and I'll be happy to answer it for you. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.